Hey guys, your boy MKS again here. Sticking to for Italian football, which I've been talking about recently for a bit of fun, um, and some of the marketing of Italian football. I thought I'd stick to. I wanted to say in the title, but it's quite a long title. Of course, fit the whole title in, as you can probably tell from looking at the title. But I'll try and say what are the positive sides of Italian football, or the best sides of Italian football. Like I was thinking. So before I made the video, I thought about like some of the positives of Italian football. Like I know people say I've talked about before. Like people say it's boring and defensive, but I think it's strange that people like to see a tough tackle or things like that, or people sliding in, tackling each other. But yeah, like someone mentioned before about how they like when people come back from a hard day at work, they like to see tough tackles and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, and I think defensive football, defending, although it's not seen as attractive or entertaining as attacking football, is like kind of an art form, and it has its own skill. So I think the positive sides about Italian football defending, and also possibly some of the transfer signings like from South America and Brazil and Argentina and places like that, like Gabriel Batistuta, Ronaldo, and some of the history of those clubs, and also even players like Ruud Gullit and players like that, George Weah and so forth. But also, I think like maybe as I've said before, maybe I'm a bit biased, but excuse me. I think like the names of the teams and the colourful kits and the passion and all that is probably up there at the top of football. So I think there are many, although Italian football, as I say, seems a bit boring, but I think there are many positives of Italian football that could be marketed a bit better, perhaps. For some reason, a lot of the English teams are really popular, but I think that yeah, so like in the FA Cup, the English FA Cup, of course, just known as the FA Cup. Sometimes the smaller teams can beat the bigger teams, and perhaps it doesn't happen so much in other countries. Yeah, so I'd love to hear what people think about the positive sides of Italian football, and what you think could be used to market Italian football to become one of possibly the most positive, what if not the most, at least one of the most well marketed leagues. And I'd love to hear, as ever, comments about what people think are negatives or positives about Italian football. As I say, like some people might say it's seen as a bit boring or over defensive, not attacking enough or quick enough, or a lot of prejudice in Italian football. It's too violent, or as someone told me, like the ultras can be a bit immature, or things like that, or I can't remember another point I was going to say, but so there's some of the negatives anyway. Sorry, and yeah, some of the political stuff, and also prejudice or the match fixing that went on, or some of the things people say it's not Italian football cheats or things like that. Unfortunately, so I think it'd be good if those things sort of cut out, and it looked to improve, like cut out corruption or cut out cheating and things like that. And again, maybe made the teams a bit more attacking. But as I say, maybe I'm being biased, but I think like the Italian teams have possibly the best names. I think they're the coolest sort of names and the coolest sort of kits. And I think it'd be cool if it was attacking game. But I think if you look back at some of the old games from Serie A, like some players like Batistuta and Ronaldo, the old Ronaldo especially, and some of the goals in Serie A, I've always felt. Again, I don't know if my bias is clouding my judgment, but I think some of the goals in Serie A are like the most, possibly the best sort of goals. I don't know about South American football because I haven't really watched hardly any of that, so I don't know how great the goals are there. But and some people, I suppose, would probably say I'm being biased, or they might say the Premier League or even La Liga I think there's a lot of skill in the Liga as well, I say, and I'm a bit biased. I love the Latin teams generally, the Mediterranean teams, but especially the Latin teams. So I also do like Spanish football a little bit, not as much as Italian football, but I do sort of like find Spanish football really good to watch as well. And it probably pains me to admit to it, but although I'm a fan of Italian football, I think that the Spanish football might be more skillful and technical in many ways, and a sort of attacking and that kind of thing. Like some of the Real Madrid sides I used to watch, or Barcelona when they were playing really well. Like in the late 2000s, the late 90s or the early 2000s, I think Real Madrid had some really, I don't know if I can use this word, but they played some really sexy football. Yes, like when they had the old Brazilian Ronaldo and I can't remember who else they had on their team, but they had Figo and Zidane and players like that. They really were cool to watch. They were pleasing on the eye. When they beat Man United, I thought they were really they played some really attractive football. Although I think you could say like Real Madrid are like given a lot of money by the government and the royal family and stuff like that in Spain, which I think is a bit unfair on other teams. But as I say, I think I've got to admit, I think, as I say, because I love Mediterranean teams generally anyway, but I do think Barcelona played some really attractive football as well. As I say, I am a bit biased towards Italian football, but I think if it played attacking football, maybe could learn from other leagues like La Liga and the Premier League and pick up the best sort of the best sort of things from those leagues. Excuse me. But yeah, so I thought I'd make another video about football, a little bit of fun. Hopefully I managed to be kind of interesting. And maybe in time, as I say, maybe I'll be able to talk about football in a way in which even people who are not into football, I can convert them to become football fans, or even Italian football fans specifically. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as I say, I'd love to hear from football fans what they think. Okay, peace and love.